So, like I said before, I'm going to show you a bit more on sewing for this split displacement. Sewing is almost an art and hammer when you're done. So what we're going to do here is we're going to jump off our map a little bit. I'm going to create a displacement. I'm going to create a brush, actually. And then I will create a displacement with the top, power 3. I'm going to copy it to here. I'm going to copy it to here. So, sewing can be rather difficult. If you notice right here, like I said, just a little recap. That will sew because all the access points are together. So, what we're going to do here is look at sewing a bit more. In the new engine, in the old hammer, if you were to clip a displacement, it would completely destroy it. And if you notice, if you clip on an angle, it destroys the displacement too. But if you clip straight down, it will cut the displacement normally, like a normal brush. So, that's a brand new feature that they added, which is really, really nice. It makes editing displacements a lot easier. But you'll notice here that the displacement is almost chopped up into 1, 2, 3, 4 different sections. So, during my adventures of fiddling around, if I cut this displacement here into 2 different parts, and then say, I don't want that one anymore. I want to delete that. I don't want that there. If I were to raise this displacement up right here, select this one, even though its access point isn't met, but I click sew, it will sew it, because the displacement is chopped up into the 4 sections, and it meets up with those 4 sections. It should also do it here, if I'm correct. And if it doesn't meet up with the 4 sections, I was wrong here. It doesn't meet up, it only does it in the half, at half part. So you can't do it anymore, otherwise it'll just sew one corner of it. So, a bit more you can do with displacements here. So I have this hole cut out in the corner here. I'm going to grab a depth texture. And I'm going to apply right here. I'm going to make almost a little cliff. So, I click OK there. But I want a cliff, and a cliff is straight up. What some people do when they want to create almost a cliff wall, they'll create a top-down displacement, and they'll just raise the crap out of the sides. Now, this can look okay, but I'm not a big fan of this. So what we're going to do is we're going to create this the right way, in my opinion. So, like I said, you need to make the vertex points line up. So, I want my cliff to be about yay high. Create that there. And now, the vertex point in this corner here is where all the action's going to be almost, right here. So, I select the 3 sides on this, hit create, and all the sides will meet up right here in this center. So, an easy way to create a cliff, in my opinion, is to go to displacement, select brush, and hit subdivide. It will almost curve it in, and then you set the scale to about 7.7, or a bit lower, depending on how smooth you want it to be. Then go to paint geometry, give it some character, but don't use the distance of 1, and just give it a little character. Then change your axis, little accent there, and now I'm gonna select these other ones, and we're gonna raise and lower these. So we go up and down with these all around, happy. So now you just select everything and click sew. And it sewed everything together to look nice. Now, if you almost don't like how this is blocky, you just hit subdivide again, and it'll merge it together for you, and you set the scale to about 7.5 again. Or to a lower number, depending on what you want. And click so. And now, we have kind of a cliff here. If you spent more time on it, you can get it to really look nice. Very, very nice. Now, there is a hidden danger with displacements that a lot of people don't see. On this light map scale here, if you have big displacements, this will get corrupt. And it'll set itself to something like 28. That's bad. Light map scales can be a power of 2 from 2 through 64. So on the light map scale here, see this? Typically your displacements can have a higher light map scale, and if you don't know what the light map scale is, when VRAD, or the lighting part of the compile process, goes through, it renders how the lighting is going to look for each one of these little squares, and if there's less squares, it obviously compiles faster, less hassle, goes quicker. So that's a little danger. You can get some errors if you don't do that by making the light map scale a bit higher. So I hope this tutorial has helped you. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.